Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. I came across an article a few minutes ago, and that related to another article that I made a video on the 7th of June 2022, and that had to do with cultural genocide. The article on the 7th of June was about new territories of Donetsk and Luhansk, changing the curriculum in schools, and switching it to the Russian curriculum, which was, according to the new Voice of Ukraine article that I mentioned then, was considered cultural genocide, and they say it's against the international law. Now, let me read you that article a little bit, because I'm going to contrast that with the news now that I just found now, the article, where the things happen in reverse. Now, the other one was considered bad, which is bad to a certain extent. Why I'm saying to a certain extent, and I will explain that. And now these guys are doing it even worse, but it's not considered cultural genocide. It's just they're entitled to. It's the same action, or almost. Why am I saying they're entitled? Let me read you the title from the June 7th article. It comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. Moscow is forcing Kherson schools to switch to Russian curriculum. What would you expect? It's a new country. It's going to be Russian. Russian curriculum would be in Russia. Now, obviously, the minorities will learn in their own language and they will do their own stuff. But what do you mean? The main curriculum is going to be Russian. It's like, let's say tomorrow, Mexico takes 5 states from the United States and incorporates it back, let's say, to Mexico. What would you say? And they say, okay, now we switch to Mexico's school curriculum. Is there anything wrong with that? No? And they say, okay, the Americans here who speak English, we're going to allow them to have schools in their native language if we choose to, and they will have and learn. That's fine. But they're going to learn what we say they will learn, because it's Mexico, and we're going to teach them our history the way we want to teach them. Like the United States teaches their children the way they want to teach their history, okay? That's how a free country is. No, nothing wrong here, I would say. It says, Russian occupation authorities in Ukraine's occupied southern city of Kherson are demanding that the schools in the city change their curriculum to be in line with Russian ones, Ukraine's military intelligence directorate reported. Okay, exactly what I said about Mexico. Now, here it says further in this article, remember the words alleged and reportedly. Allegedly, reportedly. Those are not certainty. Those not proved or backed by facts. Those is someone said something, someone reported. Is not proven. So here it is. That's how they make the point. Earlier, Russian occupation authorities have been reported as, so that's, okay, maybe true, maybe not, as burning Ukrainian language textbooks and classroom materials. All right, let's say the Mexicans are coming and say, okay, as of now, guys, in your history learned from United States, in those 5 states, you learned that the Mexican, U.S.-Mexican war was a good war for the United States and all that, and the purchase of the states was all good. Well, from our perspective, that's wrong. So we're gonna move away, burn your things that you learn in your country. Now we're gonna tell you how our history is. That's what happens everywhere. Good or bad, that's the way it is. Because it's not gonna be, let's say, Japan is gonna come to the United States and say, hey, you know what? You gotta change that thing with Pearl Harbor. And they'll say, what? Yeah, because that was a reaction to you guys preventing us from buying resources from East Asia. You told us we can't do that. So then we say, hey, guys, our industry is going to die. We're going to be starving. We need to do that. Well, we don't care. So that's why we attacked. All right? Will you put that in your curriculum in the United States? No. You will say, beat it. Not that kind. Beat it. Beat it. Move, move, move. That's our history. We write our history, and we write your history as well, Japan, by the way. So let's go to this. And it says here, the deliberate destruction of cultural works is recognized as a sign of genocide in international law. Again, the deliberate destruction of cultural works is recognized as a sign of genocide in international law. I totally agree with that. That's the curriculum right here. Is it genocide? No, because they're going to learn the new country's curriculum. Nothing wrong with that. You can learn. You can read your books how much you want by what's his name, Taras Shevchenko. You can read his poetry how much you want, which I like. Taras Shevchenko. Excellent. Excellent. All right, let's go to the article from today, from my friends Reuters. June 19th, 2022. This is the title. Ukraine to restrict, it's not alleged, it's not reported. Ukraine to restrict, look at the euphemisms, Russian books, music, and latest cultural break from Moscow. So they will restrict Russian books, that's culture, right? Is it culture? No, yeah, works, yeah. Music, culture, yes. In latest culture break, not genocide, from Moscow. Okay, let's see how they justify that. Ukraine's parliament on Sunday voted, not allegedly, not reportedly, voted through two laws which will place severe restrictions on Russian books, culture, right? Culture. Books and music as Kiev seeks to break many remaining cultural ties between the two countries. What do you mean break the many remaining cultures? That means get it away. Is that genocide? I think it is by the definition that they provided in the other article to push it. So there will restrictions on Russian books and music, cultural, as Kiev seeks to break many remaining cultural ties. They even say it, cultural ties between the two countries following Moscow's invasion. One law will forbid, make it illegal, to printing of books by Russian citizens. No, you can't. Unless they renounce their Russian passport and take Ukrainian citizenship. Discrimination, cultural discrimination. How do you want it? So if I'm Romanian, I'm going over there and say, I change it to Ukrainian, I can publish a book. If I'm Romanian, let's say Russian, I can't do that. The ban would only apply to those who held Russian citizenship after the 1991 collapse of Soviet Union. Remember, this country will be admitted to European Union, which hates discrimination. It's for inclusion. How will that cope with this? Will be okay. You know what will be okay? Remember one of the Baltic states, I can remember them, after the collapse of, they gained their independence after the 1991. They banned Russians from voting, I think in the first and second elections in their country. That was okay. Right, because the Russians were so numerous in their country, they would have probably be the majority party in their country. So thank you very much. I know someone denied that, but it's available. That's available. Just check it out. Check it. All right, let's go further. Another law, listen, another law. Oh, it will also ban the commercial import of books printed in Russia. No, you can't bring books here from Russia, Belarus, and occupied Ukraine territory. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's cultural what? Cultural, how do you call that? Genocide? No. While also requiring special permission for the import of books in Russian from any other country. Again, you have to look at it, censor it. This is an approved book. This is not an approved book. And this is not genocide. No. That's okay, right? Another law will prohibit the playing of music by post-1991 Russian citizens on media and on public transport, while also increasing quotas of Ukrainian language speech and music content in TV and radio broadcast. Do you understand what it is? You understand what it is? It's like you here in America, you would limit the broadcast of, let's say, Mexican music or Spanish TV stations, Spanish radio stations. How would you call that here? A racist, xenophobia. Blah, 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 blah. No, here it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If you limit that, that means you limit the access of the Russian-speaking population in Ukraine to access their cultural heritage. Isn't that genocide, cultural genocide? All right, let's go. The laws need to be signed by President Volodymyr Zelensky to take effect, and there is no indication that he opposes either. Both received broad support from across the chamber, including from lawmakers who had traditionally been viewed as pro-Kremlin, blah, 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 blah. And they talk about Nazis burning the books. Huh? That's even worse, because they could not even print the books here. The laws are designed to help Ukrainian authors share quality content with the widest possible audience, which after the Russian... No, what do you mean it helps Ukrainian authors share quality content. No, it's nothing about the Ukrainian authors. It's about limiting the other cultural side. No, you can't. Culture, Russian culture, no. No, 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 no. It's not, oh my God, to help them. What do you mean? What do you mean? Who are you? Well, I'm with the Ukrainian authorities, but say it so. Is anybody going to be upset about it? Oh my God. All right, so we have here. De-Russification. So they will de-Russification. So out with the Rus. The new rules are the latest chapter in Ukraine's long path to shedding the legacy of hundreds of years of rule by Moscow. Ukraine says this process, previously referred to as decommunization, but now more often called de-Russification, is necessary to undo centuries of policies aimed at crushing. You can justify it however you want. You just don't let that culture penetrate your country. And you have Russians on your territory. How do you call that? Moscow disagrees, saying Kiev policies to entrench the Ukrainian language in day-to-day life opposes Ukraine large number of Russian speakers whose rights it claims to be upholding, in which it calls its special military operation. Well, that's what it is. I almost had a heart attack here. But there you have. These guys by law, it's not reportedly, it's not allegedly, it's by law. And they're great support. And you talk about Nazis burning books of communists and pornography? Is that what it is? And these guys tell you exactly who are they. Another culture. This culture cannot come here unless we verify a lot of things. Freedom of information, right? Free speech, Ukraine. And what do the Russians want to do over there? Denazify the country? I think they need to do more than that, I guess. Look what's going on. It's legal. And the great support. And Zelensky, yeah, I'm good with that. Now remember, it's not all about Russia. If you open the Pandora box in this situation, you can move next to the Romanians. Why not? You don't like Romanians? You can go to Americans tomorrow. And every English language. You can do that. Once you start with this, you have to do that. You can use reasons that it's centuries old, blah, 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 blah. You can use whatever reason. The fact is, you're doing this. Justification? You can find justification. Remember, those guys that work for Stalin, not Russians, by the way. Show me the person, I show you the crime. I get you the crime. The same here. Show me the country, I can ban whatever culture you want me. I can find a reason. They can find the Chinese. Oh, they killed what? 150 million or 120 millions with the communist thing. You can blame it on communists, or you can blame it on Chinese, for instance. For China, I know it was not 100 something. It was like 80 million or something. And it's not only. I bet communist books are still available and allowed in Ukraine. I bet that one, because Karl Marx was one of the guys. You know what I mean? Those guys. Approved. Yes. Stamp. Boom. Kosher. There you have it. But the other ones, no. No. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. And sorry, too much passion for this hypocrisy and, and how they find justification for their weasel acts. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.